We have big names like Supernoon.
Hayatei, this is blockbuster.
Nice and simple. Supernoon taking it over FGM.
Oh, and the punish! Supernoon's gonna take it!
Oh, and he pulls the trigger! And Hayatei was just waiting for it. That's going to be tournament point for Hayatei, just like that, one life bar to go.
Basically, the release of Mortal Kombat 9, that game came out, and a group of my friends that I used to play Halo with and stuff like that, they got into it, so I got into it.
I was introduced like a long time ago. At the time, I didn't necessarily take fighting games seriously. I would get together with a bunch of my online friends, and then we would watch we'd watch Evo, like straight up all weekend, every games. We'd get together on Skype on Ventrilo, and we'd just like be chilling and talking.
The first fighting game that I ever played was Marvel vs. Capcom 2 when I was like 4 or 5. So it's kind of funny that I became a team fighting game player.
When I was first introduced, I definitely was not that old. I was maybe 14, 15 years old. One of my biggest memory really is like from Tekken 6, right? I picked up Lee and I kind of looked up his combos, and he has like these back two misstep loops, and yeah, that's kind of the first thing I learned, which was like considered like kind of hard at the time, but like not really.
I looked up combos and stuff like that online because I got tired of losing to my friends, and now we're here. I started competing around like 2012, 2013 when I was 12, 13 years old.
I started competing when MKX came out, I believe in 2015.
I didn't get to go out much, but when I did, I did pretty alright for a kid who didn't get to play much offline, so it was pretty fun back then.
Pretty much, I went out to the first like local tournament in Montreal, and it happened to be kind of big. There was like all these guys from Toronto that came through, like actually like Honeybee, Biohazard. Anyways, like it was like a crazy tournament. Like people were screaming, getting hyped. That local like kind of made me fall in love with it. So from then on, I was literally there every week, every 2 weeks, and competing and trying to get better. My favorite thing is probably like hit being some kind of medium for competition, where I get to not only compete against others in like a highly like competitive environment, but I also get to push myself to be at my best.
I think the best thing about the FGC is meeting new people and hanging out with all these different people from around the world.
It gives me goals, it gives me milestone to break, it gives me like challenges to overcome, you know, and I really love that aspect.
Getting to see and experience all these different cultures through gaming. I have friends that we don't even speak the same language, but we can communicate through fighting games, and I think that is something that is insane. Honestly, it's crazy that we can do that, and anywhere I am and I'm anywhere they are, you know, we just treat each other very well, so it's pretty dope.
You can tell! And look at still the sportsmanship.
You know, I hope it brings more attention to the FGC and more people start paying attention. Fighting games truly are something that deserve to be taken seriously, and they're very time consuming and they take a lot of work just like any other esport.
The main thing for me is that the game is good. I want it to be fun. I hope the game feels satisfying to play, you know. From then on, you know, I feel like everything else is kind of extra, like netcode, tournaments, this, that, like competitive support, all of that, like it's extra.
Ultimately, more people play fighting games and stick with them longer than you know, they do right now. That's my big hope, is, you know, we retain more players and more viewership for the esport overall.
I'm not exactly a milestone type of guy. I like to focus more on how I spend my time, I like the process of it all. However, it is good to have some higher goals, right?
My goal for the year is to make Evo top 8, but also some milestones I have are to be able to top 8 every tournament I travel to this year for Guilty Gear.
Okay, I'll just say it now. My goal this year is probably to win one of the big majors, CB, CEO, or Evo. I really hope to be good enough to do that. I'll do my best to be there. So yeah, let's see what happens, boys. Let's see what happens.
But overall, I think my goal is to win Evo. That is my biggest goal, and I truly believe I could do that in Guilty Gear, but it's gonna take a lot of work, so I'm looking forward to the grind. Honestly, just a lot of grinding on the stream, on the content. I want to just try and get as good as I can and be the best version of, you know, like myself as a person and a competitor.
Definitely, I'm going to be spending a lot of time on the relenting fucking feed of streams. I'm going to be competing in online tournaments. I'm going to try to get more creative and more consistent with content creation on Twitch, on YouTube, on everything.
Yeah, honestly, just doing things I want to do and having fun doing it, you know, not being so monotonous about it. You know, that's the goal.
Competition at Combo Breaker, CO Evo is going to be big for me as well, and that's kind of the main like summary of what's next for me right now. Yeah.
Oh, and he pulls the trigger! And Hayatei was just waiting for it.
You know, I don't know if I actually am a better competitor than him, but one thing I can say I've done is I beat Sonic 3-0 in a tournament. So I don't know if Hayatei can say he's done that.
Interesting question right here, okay? Interesting. Listen, I'm not gonna mention the fact that Dragon Ball FighterZ is a party game. Oh! Okay, that's beside the point, but listen, I'm just gonna let my babies do the talking, okay? Just look at these, okay? See these 4 beautiful queens. Just look at these 4 beautiful things, and that's all I gotta say here, okay? That is all I gotta say.
But nah, like memes aside, Hayatei is great, and dude, I have a lot of respect for him. You know, he's goated in his respective genre, so yeah, that guy's great. But that's gonna wrap it up for me here. See you guys later. Bye bye.
That is Supernoon 18. That's gonna be Hayatei!